People. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Let me change this title up and put the new title for y'all. See, this is really the ills of going live. Ugh. Before, this never used to be this way, but now it is. All right. Let's get it together. We live. All right. Why the US wants a nuclear reactor on the moon, smart cities, crypto and control. We're going to talk about that. We're going to have a good show. We're going to go in because everybody be like, why everything is crypto? Shut up. It's all tied into that. That's part of their master plan. You are now becoming in the age of a new financial system that is changing. Do y'all understand that? I don't care where you live. America, Africa, the UK, Trinidad and Tobago, freaking Jamaica, freaking wherever you at on this planet, the financial system is changing. I don't care if you're in China, freaking Japan, where else? Freaking where else? Where else? Nepal. It don't matter. The financial system is changing, and you are about to be part of such a very rare event. But in that event comes a great reset, and with that great reset comes control. That's what I said. Within that great reset comes control. I'm going to play a video for you, right? I'm going to play a few videos for you. So without delay, let's get into it because I have some articles to show you. You know what? I think I'm going to show you the articles first. To me, that would be much better. Yeah, I like to show you the articles first. So let me not be rude. Salute to the international audience. And salute to the domestic. Salute to my Rumble audience and my YouTube audience. You come in, make sure you help me by pressing that like button. And of course, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to share my screen so you see what I see. We're going to deal with Jack Dorsey, you know, the one who created Twitter. Ain't he part of the PayPal Mafia, as they call him, the PayPal Mafia? Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, and a few others that deals with the whole tech of what you deal with now. So, without any further ado, Jack Dorsey. How Jack Dorsey's new app lets you chat without the internet and why it matters. This is a huge, big deal right here. As we go down to the article, the name of the app is called BitChat. BitChat. They are going to allow you to send private messages, Bitcoin, and everything should be totally private and offline. But let me read it to you. So Jack Dorsey's new app could revolutionize offline communication, and for good reason. The founder of Twitter and Block's CEO has launched a pilot of BitChat, a revolutionary new messaging app operating entirely without an internet connection. I know some of y'all like, whoa, how is that possible? Remember, we could send XRP through radio waves currently right now. It's not that far-fetched, people. They have the technology. You have certain governments and certain rogue governments, or should I say shadow governments, powers that be, that really do not want this type of technology in our hands. This is very old technology. You just have people coming out like Jack Dorsey that has enough money to make enough noise and push it out into the forefront. What was initially a weekend project for Dorsey is quickly evolving into a compelling proof of concept. It has potential. It has the potential to offer truly decentralized, censorship resistant communication. You see that right there, those two? Decentralized and censorship resistant communication. They will not be able to censor you, stop you, no matter who you are. You could come on and do what you want. They do not want this type of app out and its technology. All of which is turning heads in the tech world and worrying governments. Yeah, I bet it is worrying governments. They don't want this type of technology here. They want to watch you. And I'm going to show you how it's all connected, because crypto, in case you don't know, is a way to track you. BitChat was released in beta on July 7th, 2025, and maxed out its 10,000 test flight slots within a matter of hours. I bet it did. How does BitChat offline messaging app work? BitChat works on a decentralized peer-to-peer messaging system that operates over a Bluetooth low energy, that's BLE for short, mesh network. A Bluetooth low energy mesh network. That means it doesn't require services, internet, phone numbers, or centralized infrastructure. This is the future, people. Okay? Look, just going through a little pieces of the articles to show you how they show this works. So get ready for the future. And like I said, they got this where you could send Bitcoin as well. Oh, side note, they just needed to put here. Did you know Jack Dorsey's company, Block, that's his company name, Block, BLOCK, owns over 8,000 Bitcoin and processes Bitcoin sales through its Cash App. Yeah, that's right, Cash App. All signals of Dorsey's preference for building decentralized financial infrastructures. If you hear anything happen to this man, Jack Dorsey, in the next coming days or months, you'll know. Our next one, let me jump to here. Did you know a similar Bluetooth messaging app called Bridgify saw a 4,000% usage spike during the Hong Kong protest, showing the power of offline peer-to-peer messaging in protecting against censorship. You think Hong Kong like that? You think China like that app? I told you this is old technology. This ain't new. They already have something similar, Bridgify. And when they wanted to protest, they of course they wasn't feeling that. They wasn't feeling that, right? So now we got WeBuy, and in the crypto pro life they have that stock WeBuy. That's dealing with the everything app in China. See, they want you to do and operate everything through there. That's why they have the smart cities and everything locked down, put together. And as much as China wants to ban, or is trying their best to ban crypto, they knew they couldn't create the smart cities without crypto and blockchain technology. They know they couldn't make the whole facial recognition system and all this without crypto and blockchain technology. And when they implemented and kicked it up with the AI system, they know they couldn't do that without crypto, blockchain technology, and silver. That's why China, I showed you this already, been accumulating high levels of silver to fuel and run their surveillance system. It's all tied in, people. That's why the price of silver will soon skyrocket. Remember, I kept telling you this. So I showed you those key parts in this article for a reason. Now we could jump to Coinbase. Good old Coinbase. Hold on, there you go. Coinbase, making an everything app. Oh, I already got it open. Sorry. Coinbase wallet is now Base app. Yes, if you got Coinbase wallet, it's called Base app now. It's just called Base. That's the app. A crypto everything app. Coinbase is transforming its wallet into Base app, a crypto native app combining social media, trading, payments, and mini apps. For some people, they would think this is good. This is great. It's really not. It's really not. US cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is coming out with its own super app after regarding its Coinbase wallet as Base app. Coinbase unveiled its new everything app on Wednesday with a video showing how it will combine a crypto wallet and trading and payment functions with social media and messaging. The new Base app was announced at the company a new day one conference in Los Angeles. It will also support many apps running on the company's Ethereum layer 2 blockchain base. The price of Ethereum is going to skyrocket. This comes out. Especially you will be not using regular Ethereum for the gas fees. You will be using Ethereum base, which is the same value no matter whichever one moves, it moves the same. It's the same, only it's on a layer 2. The Ethereum is on a layer 2 base. That's the network. Okay? So that's why you'll see a lot of different cryptocurrencies now is on the base chain. All right. This is not a great thing, people. This is not good for you. It's not good for me. This is going to be a hostile takeover the same way they're doing in China and with the We app, and they're trying to push through the rest of the world. Now, you might say, Joel Benjamin, you bugging out. Let me tell you something. I was watching this dude, his channel is The Modern Investor, right? I was watching him today, and he was saying the same thing. And I've been told y'all this. This is nothing new. This is not the first time y'all hear me talking this type of talk. Anybody that watched me, could y'all respond? Could y'all talk? If you're coming into the chat, say hello. Videos like this, they don't want you to get. I am at a whims to your engagement. Right? Let's continue. I have a video I need to show you. To show you how this all ties in. Bear with me, people. As usual, you know this is the ills of what? Going live. Y'all need to think about this. All this is coming to America. We currently do not have an American version of an everything app. And oh, by the way, Coinbase, if the government wants your data and all that, Coinbase gives you, they got to give it to them. What you buy, blah, 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 how you buy it. That's why we tell you, put your stuff on a hot wallet. And they could blacklist you, whichever crypto that's coming from your hard wallet, they can blacklist you. The government could go to Coinbase and blacklist you. Called black hole. They could black hold you. I'm just telling y'all what it is. I forgot. People was using a certain app where it mixes up the crypto transactions. They found out through codes that that's what they're using. And people want to use that to avoid taxes as well. So there's like, nope, that wallet is flagged. Coinbase is not allowed to take no crypto from that wallet. A few of them in America. They would have to go to other outside exchanges, meaning exchanges outside of America. That's why they're looking to move hard to push for the crypto regulations. Y'all get it now? Okay. The key is lockdown and regulations. If they could do this to a former president of the United States, what can they do to you? They never expected him to become president of the United States again. But just take a listen.
Informed by my people that we have to get out of Chase Manhattan. That's Jamie and J.P. Morgan Chase. So I said, I can't believe it. Well, I was never in this situation before. I've never had anything like it. And it's not like, gee, you defaulted on a loan. You know, gee, I can understand that. That's different. But there's no default. I mean, there's nothing but cash. It's a really, I have a really great company. And then what happens is I call up Bank of America routinely because when I was president, this was after I got out, by the way, I call up Bank of America routinely. And I speak to him and I speak to a couple of people, and they have zero interest. Brian was kissing my ass when I was president. And when I called him after I was president to deposit $1 billion plus and a lot of other things, more importantly to open accounts, which banks always like. They like accounts because they get interest-free, you know, the overnights and things, a lot of reasons for it. But they like accounts. I had hundreds of accounts. And he said, we can't do it. No, we can't do it. So I went to another one. I ended up going to small banks all over the place. I mean, I was putting 10 million here, 10 million there, did 5 million, 10 million, 12 million. I have them all over the place, the craziest thing. And it's lucky I even had them. They were doing me a favor. And that's because the banks discriminated against me very badly. And I was very good to the banks. I had the greatest economy in the history of our country when I was president. And by the way, our economy now will blow that away, and you see it happening. But our economy now, because we're a rich country again, because of our trade deals, we've become a rich country again. But no, they totally discriminate against, I think me maybe even more, but they discriminate against many conservatives.
They blacklisted him. This is why Trump became so pro-crypto. Him and his son, his two sons. Well, his whole family, but mainly him and the two sons. Every time they tried to do business, they got stopped, they got blocked. And you seen how he said, yo, this dude from Bank of America was kissing my ass. I'm not president no more. And then they want to blacklist me. So why you think Trump is moving the way he moving on their ass? You think those banks want crypto to come out? Nah. Why you think JP Morgan Chase? It just so happens, check this out. Chase teams up with Coinbase. Right? Let me put it in for you. Hold on. They're partnering with Coinbase. Let's add you to the stage. Remove you. Add you. Okay? Chase is partnering with Coinbase to allow its customers to buy and manage cryptocurrency more easily. This partnership would enable Chase customers to link their bank accounts to Coinbase wallets. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't we just read that they were looking to do an everything app? Well, not looking to do, they've done it. If you got Coinbase app, you see they got a new logo. It's not Coinbase app no more. It's Base, and they got their Base logo. So yes, Chase is already a part of this because Chase won in and controlling your data. Anyway, Coinbase wallets and transfer their Chase ultimate reward points to Coinbase for use in purchasing cryptocurrency. You really believe they wanted to do that? But they didn't have no choice, especially once they know, oh, you're making an everything app? Wait a minute, you have the everything app? Hallelujah. So we got access in the end. And once we're partnered with you, you see how quick Chase ran to jump on board. All right. These people are very funny. They will work with Coinbase, but don't make no mistake. They will throw Coinbase under the bus given the chance because they don't want this. JP Morgan teams up with Coinbase. All right. Let's look at this article. Sometimes I like to look at some of the articles to do a little deep dive. So what we have here is a financial war, people. You have the cryptocurrency exchanges and the banks fighting for power, plus the government fighting for power. And within the government, you have the little rogue groups within the government, rogue agencies, I should say, all each fighting for power. And they all are using you as collateral damage, cannon fodder. Because the real control, the real deal, the real essence is for the control and the minds of the people. I need y'all to understand me. I'm not doing this live stream just to be doing this live stream. I'm tired. I still got to go to the gym. I got to get my workout on and still got to probably snack on something later. Okay? I need y'all to understand. This is huge. They're coming for you. And they're already set it up. It's already set up. The whole system is already set up. Remember I told you that Bill Gates patent, that Microsoft patent, where they have you in there and they're collecting your thoughts and your energy to mine cryptocurrency? Because you will be the new fuel. They've been watching China, learning from China. Even Klaus Schwab, that was head of the World Economic Forum, said we could watch and take notes from China. But there's a downfall to that. With that came a price, which we are paying right now. That's why we have shrinkflation and everything going on. And I'm going to show you why they're doing it. It's not enough food on the planet right now. That's why they're trying to tokenize land and food, the animals. They want to tokenize the air. They want to tokenize the water. It's about total control of the human self. Thus, go back to the live stream I did about the human automatons, the merger and mix of man and machine, which is make AI. It'll make AI look like the first actual computer ever existed. Slow, clunky, and outdated. When you start dealing with organoid intelligence. So when they have the everything app now, you know what? I'm going too deep. Let me move on. JP Morgan teams up with Coinbase, the US's biggest bank, will partner with the crypto exchange to link Chase bank accounts and Coinbase crypto wallets. They want access to your wallet. And they already said the actual wallet for Coinbase is not fully decentralized. They have worked. They said they was going to work on it. I ain't going to lie. They have worked on it. And it does look decentralized. But like I said, it does look decentralized. I don't know for sure if it is decentralized. Finally decentralized. That's why in the very beginning, if you were in crypto and they came out with the Coinbase wallet, a lot of people did not like the Coinbase wallet, did not use the Coinbase wallet, and was not pushing the Coinbase wallet. Okay? Let's get out of here. Let me play you that other video. I got you, people. You know your boy got you covered. Am I making sense, people? I don't want y'all to feel that I'm just talking to talk or I'm fear-mongering. This video, I remember this. This was during the pandemic. Take a listen.
Social credit score system. If you go to China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. Jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately is a social credit score system. If you go to China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately detect that and send you a notification, and they would deduct money from your what they call WeChat account. They use two main apps, WeChat and Alipay. So you can actually deduct your money directly from your account. This is 4 years ago, so this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced. They can detect if it's a man or a woman. They can guess your age. They can detect what kind of car model it is, who the manufacturer is. This is a sort of technology that we see in all these dystopian sort of films and whatever. And people keep putting it off and thinking that this is something that's going to happen later in my kid's lifetime or my grandkids. It's already here. And if this gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. And they're going to ask if you're gay. They're going to be asking if you ate 3 pizzas this week because it's unhealthy. If you buy certain books in certain countries, your country doesn't like you will lose points in the social credit score system. So this is already the reality of the world in certain places, and we need to be aware of that if we don't want that, or if we.
This is the reality, people. This is technology they've been had. But you don't know that. If you watch Joel Benjamin 528, you might have known. I ain't done. We're only at the 30-minute mark. And look how much information I done dropped on you. And I ain't been lollygagging or sidestepping since. Okay? This is real, people. I got to show you these videos so you know what's going on.
For each citizen is 1,000 points per person, in which the government gives so there is a constant equality amongst its citizens. The scores are part of a tiered rating system, which rates them based on their credit worthiness, going a step above the caste system of countries like India to give people a score determining the privileges they're allowed or punishments they must endure. For scores 1050 and over, ranked as AAA or AA, you get benefits like healthcare priority, free healthcare checks under the age of 64, and get to reap the rewards at the top of the social hierarchy. Now for scores between 960 and 1029 points, ranked as A+, A or A-, your kids get priority for certain schools, and the government can also give you the privilege of becoming a model citizen for the rest of society for publicity. School enrolment depends on model citizen status, and you will get preferential care and treated better in employment with preference over other candidates that apply for the same job. Scores between 850 and 959, ranked as B, are locked into that rank for 2 years with the obligation to have lectures on how to be a better citizen with visits of government officials and experts. You are essentially subjected to re-education. C rank, scores between 600 and 849, are locked into that rank for 3 years before you can move up rank. Government visits and inspections are routine, and you will be kept on a list where your information will be stored by government officials to keep tabs on you. You cannot receive welfare, cannot win awards or honours, and cannot run for political office. The lowest rank, D, for scores below 599, are seen as the lowest of the low. Regarded as untrustworthy by the government, you are locked into D rank for 5 years before you can rank up. You're publicly blacklisted and revoked of all titles and qualifications you've obtained. You're subject to lose your job, government funding, and travel ability. You are rewarded or penalised depending on the actions you commit that the state defines as good and bad. For example, talking negatively about the government or an official on social media will have you lose a lot of points. Any sort of political dissidence is penalised by the CCP, and they will be sure that you know your place when talking about them in such a way. The government will do whatever they can to get rid of you and silence any criticism of the status quo.
No back talk. No resistance. Yes, Stoner Feud game show. Black Mirror is here. Pretty much. Let me see. That sounds like WEF agenda. Yes, the World Economic Forum. It does sound like their agenda. And they're not, they have no plans on stopping.
For each citizen.
They have no plans on stopping. So you see, I'm showing you these videos for a reason. Am I overkilling it? Yes. Is it needed? Yes. Because I'm going to show you more. And let me say this. China has brought this on themselves. What I'm about to show you after this, you're going to be like, okay. The sad part about it is a few countries have done this, just not as bad as China, but they've done it and they're feeling the repercussions of it, especially here in America. That's why they need to change the system and crash in order to try to stay the higher power. They need to reset this, and in them resetting it, they're going to make a fair playing ground. But that is it really fair? Because it's about what you accumulate now and how you set yourself up now for the future to determine where you be at. And how you gonna be?
The motorways are packed with unthinkable numbers of CCTV cameras that record violations and issue fines. Now, there are many other cities with traffic control CCTVs, but here they pop up every 10 to 15 meters. Local cameras give you a wink when they find you. There is a light that flares up, and basically you know that you were caught on tape. Those cameras issue fines for everything, for the slightest violation. But not only for exceeding the speed limit or driving in the wrong lane, but also for holding your phone when you're driving, or for not fastening your seatbelt, or for not having a child seat. These cameras can detect everything. They see everything. And then they send you these happy letters with your fines. And of course, numerous cameras focus on face recognition. China is not just a global leader in outdoor CCTV surveillance, but also the first country to incorporate all cameras into a single automated tracking system. It will recognize you anywhere, even in the most unusual locations. Some fun facts about the Chinese facial recognition system. Check it out. I am at an airport, and this is the flight timetable. Now I come closer to it, and it recognizes my face. And look, it gives me my data. My gate and how to get to it, my flight number, it knows everything about me. Now, mind you, I haven't officially shared my biometric data anywhere here, and I'm not entirely sure how they got it in the first place. Now, they must have taken a video of me at the check-in desk, or when I arrived in China for the first time, and then it's just been sitting in some shared database ever since then. They scan for your biometric data all the time. For instance, when you enter the subway. That means the police know not only how many people are currently underground, but who exactly is on the train at any given moment. The subway security is very tough. They can frisk you at the subway entrance, and police officers are armed with helmets.
Yeah, it's beyond scary. All right? Let me answer this question quick. What do you think about ZBEX? Well, since Crypto Pro Life had it on there for like the longest, the very beginning, and ZBEX is working, well, behind the scenes with Ripple XRP. And I think they currently did something with Stellar, if I'm not mistaken. And they're supposed to be doing something with Robinhood if they haven't done it already. So, yeah, the only problem with ZBEC, though, the dude that is the head of it was known to be a scammer. I think the person who's the CEO, remember he had that crypto called White Rock, and that was supposed to be good. But I noticed I didn't see Crypto Pro Life had a White Rock on there. And I was wondering how come they didn't. But they got ZBEC. And so far, had you bought ZBEC, you would have been making a lot of money. But ZBEC is doing something very similar to this, where you could get paid your paycheck on a regular basis, getting paid every second, every minute, every hour, every day. So, yeah. Proceed with caution. But they dealing with the big institutions, because remember, it's all about power, finances. So they need all these type of systems, and it seemed like a system that's working. So yeah, ZBEC. Let me see. This sounds like the movie Time, when individuals had the expiration on their arms. Yes, that's why I talk about the OI, organoid intelligence, human automatons. You see right now what they're doing? That's too much energy. That's too much they dealing with. They need to make it better. Nanotechnology. I showed y'all with organoid intelligence where they was growing the mini brains in the tray. I recently watched a movie, not promoting nothing, but I have to show you this. And I found it very interesting that they put it in there as well. And of course, it was Amazon. Oh, I'm going to show you some stuff with Amazon too. Just wait. Just wait. I'm only just started, people. Believe me. Ice Cube. Ice Cube, Water Worlds, Amazon. Check that movie out. Oh, come on. I put War of the Worlds. There we go. See this right here? Don't sleep on this movie. Don't want to spoil the movie for you, but anybody that watch War of the Worlds, you'll know one of the things is they wanted to get the people's, or any of the old movies, you notice they wanted to get the people's consciousness, information, and blood. This movie right here, I got to put this on the top of the list. This movie had no big set of advertising. We didn't hear about it. We didn't even know it was coming out. I just turned on the TV one day and boom, it was there. And I'm like, whoa, Ice Cube, War of the World. What's this? What's this? And you get to learn. What I will tell you is, and only because we dealt with the old movie, so people should have seen that already. Just think of organic mixed with inorganic technology, creating organoid intelligence, and how something like that the government would want their hands on, where they're locked into your thoughts. I know it sounds crazy, but I've done shown y'all too much things. This is a great movie. Watch it as soon as y'all get a chance, and you will see what I mean. So when with the movie, like you said, Time, that's where they have the time on the arm. That's where they could program your body to go to a certain extent and shut off. And you need the crypto. Like in that movie, they was dealing with crypto, transferring the crypto, one person to the other. Just put their hand. Yeah. Am I going too deep for y'all, people? I could stop. Where are we? Damn, we at the 42-minute mark. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me see. Did I show this video? I think I showed that video. Now, let me show this one. This is how some of y'all are going to be. If y'all don't get certain cryptos down and do certain things that you have to do now, your XRP, your XLM, your HBAR, hell, your Ethereum, a little Bitcoin here and there. I don't know what to tell you. You're either stupid or you're just stupid.
Excuse me, is there a problem?
This is blue tier only. You're green. This zone's for...
Sorry, people.
Excuse me, is there a problem?
This zone's for blue tier only. You're green. Green can only travel in a 2-mile radius.
What? This was a green zone just last week.
For everyone's safety, it is now blue. Boost your credit score to blue tier with the installation of a wellness tracker and gain access to all zones.
We're happy as we are.
Please make your way back to your designated zone.
Activate rapid point deduction for loitering. Head back now or suffer further credit penalties.
Yo, if y'all let us put the health tracker, you get access to all the zones. Free of charge. We just need to harness that information. Y'all get it yet or no? Y'all don't get it? All right, let me continue. So, they're looking to lock down the areas. If you don't have certain status, you will not be allowed in. And you see they wear the wearables, the wristband. Soon there'll be a chip. all right, implanted in you. And well, they done got better now. So now it's nanotechnology. So when you decide, when you decide to act up, they push the button and shock your goofy ass for thinking you got a choice. You had the choice then to build up yourself and you didn't take it. Sidebar, make sure y'all contact cryptoprolife@gmail.com and let them know Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. Get the latest course. Y'all should have been got it since January. It will help. All right, moving on. Because y'all don't seem to get it. No one seems to get it until they get got. Y'all gonna wait till it's too late, and this stuff is gonna keep coming on. That's why I do live streams on this. Look at how they playing you. You know what? We're gonna show that after. So anybody seen this clip with Joe Rogan? I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I'll play it for you.
That China has 10 years to go.
At most.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we now know that they've lied about their population statistics, and they overcounted their population by over 100 million people, all of whom would have been born since the one-child policy was adopted. So this is one of those places where they've got more people in their 60s and their 50s and their 40s and their 30s and their 20s.
Now, what was the logic behind the one child? Was it that they were overpopulating?
Mao was concerned that as the country was modernizing, the birth rate wasn't dropping fast enough and that the young generation was literally going to eat the country alive. So they went through a breakneck urbanization program which destroyed the birth rate. At the same time, they penalized anyone who wanted to have kids. And both of those at the same time have generated the demographic collapse we're in now.
And the problem with that also was that they wanted male children.
Yeah, there's a cultural aspect to that too. And obviously men can't have kids on their own.
And what is the ratio to men to women in the younger people in China now?
Before the data revision, with the last set of lies, it was about 1 to 1.2. It was the most distorted in the world, even more than Sri Lanka, where there had been a civil war for 30 years. Since then, we don't have good sex-by-sex data, but it's undoubtedly worse.
And so what are the other problems that they're encountering that leads you to believe that they only have 10 years left?
Well, without young people, we've seen their labor costs increase by a factor of 14 since the year 2000. So Mexican labor is now 1/3 the cost of Chinese labor. Their educational system focuses on memorization over skills. So despite $1 trillion of investment in a bottomless supply of intellectual property theft, they really haven't advanced technologically in the last 15 years. Mexican labor is probably about twice as skilled as Chinese labor now, even though it's 1/3 the cost. They've consolidated into an ethnic-based, paranoid, nationalistic cult of personality, and it's very difficult for the Xi administration to even run it because it's not an administration anymore. No one wants to bring Xi information on anything. So, like, Putin lied to his face, for example, but last February about the war, saying, why would I invade Ukraine? And you can see in some of the presses, the defense guys in the back of the room, like, they didn't want to say anything because Xi has a history of shooting people he doesn't like. And so the Chinese were the only country that was caught with their pants down when this all went down. The Biden administration is basically taking the trade policy of Donald Trump and running it through a grammar checker and putting it into institutions. So we now have tech barricades that prevent the Chinese from buying the equipment, the tools, or the software that's necessary to make semiconductors. In fact, he went so far as to say any Americans working in the sector have to either quit or give up their American citizenship. Every single one of them either quit or was transferred abroad within 24 hours. So the tech system is stalled. They don't have the young people to go consumption-led. They're completely dependent on the U.S. Navy to access international trade. They are the most vulnerable country in the world right now. And based on how things go with Russia, we're looking at a significant amount of raw materials falling off the map, specifically food and energy. And the Chinese are the world's largest importer of both of those things. So there's no version of this where China comes through looking good. And the challenge for the rest of us is to figure out how do we, in as smooth and quick as a process as possible, figure out how we can get along without them. because they are going away. And they're going away this decade for
Yeah. China knows its days are numbered. That's why they're moving the way they're moving. Okay? China have to depend on the US Navy. You ever thought you had hear that? So why they acting up if they need to depend on the US Navy, Joel Benjamin 528. He just said we're dealing with the chips. This is a fact. They lied about their numbers. Like Shala says, they wanted to have a sausage fest. All right. And this is the outcome. So now I want to show you something. Let me go back. It reminded me of an article as soon as I heard the US Navy. And I'm like, China had to depend on the US Navy, huh? Let's see if I could find this article from 2020. Ripple and the US Navy implementing blockchain. And it came out. What's her name? Catherine. Hold on. Let me go to the article. Ripple and the US Navy implementing blockchain. April 9th, 2020. Yep. Now they are making the implant they outsourced to a company called BiChip to make the implantable chip. That's what I said. They outsource. Ripple teamed up with the US Navy to make implantable chip payment system, and they outsource to a company called BiChip in Denmark. You can't make this up. Look, the article is right here, people. When you get a chance, you could read it. And it was a chick that was under the Bush administration and I believe the Obama administration as well. And it came across her desk. And she was like, what is a cryptocurrency company doing involved with with a branch of the US military? And as she read through it, she's seen the documents. Okay? Come on. So it's clear as day right here. Here's an article. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm showing you how to find it. Let me see. Compatible chip development. So China is running scared, and that's why Trump is like, we don't want to be dependent on China. China could act up how they want, but they need our business in order to continue. Hey, that's just the way how the world work, how the cookie come for people. That ain't me. Wait, this is audio? What is this? Yep, audio. I wasn't trying to play the audio on it, but we'll get out of there. But y'all get the idea, right? Now watch this. I'm glad I seen this. Ooh, breaking news. Watch this real time. White House eyes cracking down on banking bias against crypto and conservatives. I just played the video where Trump was on. I think he was on MSNBC. Okay? They're cracking down on him. The banks, as much as the banks want in, the banks still want their control. In order to get in on the on everything going on, you have to give up the control, because the banks themselves will be controlled too. The banks does not want that. It is what it is. Now, political, a matter of fact, now, before I go into this, let me play this video for you. We cooking tonight. We cooking tonight. We cooking tonight, people. Just listen to the first parts of this video.
Is going through a population collapse right now. It's bad, and it's going to become catastrophic in the coming years. Now, I don't care what Peter Zeihan says, he's overblown, so forget him. Just last year, in 2023, China's birth rate has dropped below its death rate, meaning that more people in China are dying every year than being born. According to the World Economic Forum, China's population fell by 2 million in 2023. This is all because of China's one-child policy, which lasted from 1980 to 2015, in which you could only have one child. Let's go a few years before that disastrous policy was implemented. In 1974, we're looking at the population pyramid. This is a beautiful, healthy base of almost 30% of the population below the age 15. And people above the age of 50 were not even 10% of the population. So this level of the pyramid to this level of the pyramid was doing most of the financial support, which is fine because the young people will eventually replace the older people. Now let's jump to 1994, and you see that that base, that beautiful healthy base of a young population, has contracted significantly. You can see that beautiful healthy wide base of the population pyramid has contracted significantly. But the young people who were born 20 years ago, they're here now, and they're still able to support the majority of the population. And of course, people between the ages of 30 and let's say even 55 or 59, that's a nice, good chunk of people that can actually support the top tier and the bottom tier. This is where we are now. That flat, healthy base of the Chinese young population in 1974 is just a memory compared to what this is. People below the age of 15 made up almost 40% of the Chinese population back then, and now that is less than 20. People above the age of 60 now make up 15%. That's around 200 million senior citizens that the Chinese government has to take care of. Now, the cost of care for the elderly is 2 to 3 times more expensive than the cost to raise a child from 0 to the age 18. But the benefit of raising someone to the age of 18 is they get shot out into the workforce, they can end up taking care of you. When you are caring for the elderly, it is more expensive, but then you also have to deal with medical emergencies, you also have to deal with death, then you have to deal with funerals. This is extremely expensive and of course just very taxing to the overall Chinese.
We could stop right there. So you see how they're doing it to themselves, because they want to control so bad. So now they're in the rut and lying about their numbers. Remember when Xi Jinping, supreme ruler of North Korea, is it North Korea he is? Yeah, North Korea, begging women to have children and was crying? Let me see if I could get that for you. North Korea leader crying and begging women to make more children. Because y'all won't believe me unless I show you. Y'all be thinking I be making stuff up too. I be watching y'all and I be listening to y'all. Y'all swear I be making stuff up. Xi Jinping, hell, we got a YouTube video. Let's watch it. Shall we? Of course, we gotta let the commercials pass by. You know, the YouTube feed gotta eat. Yo, y'all remember this? In tears as he asks his countrywomen to have more children. Please, I need them so we can get to go to war. We can't let all these other nations outbeat us. Why now they pushing for y'all to have more children? Because it backfired on them. But you see, they only wanted a certain amount at a certain time because they want, now that they have the full out blown technologies and everything else to put control status down. Oh yeah. Have as much as you want right now, only right now. But mark my words, there's something coming. When I just hear in America, all over the world, you're gonna hear big utopia, like the movie or show Utopia, the UK version and the American version. All of a sudden, they're gonna come out with something. They're gonna do something, and watch. They're gonna make it so people not have enough children, and it's gonna be organoid based. Remember, you heard it first from Joel Benjamin 528. So yeah, I just had to play that. He's not the only one. China is not the only one now. That's why they lifted the ban, because they know what's up. They all want you to now have children. So the ultimate goal is to leave your ass here in the ghetto called Earth while they be up on the moon, Mars, and the space stations, baby. Like the movie Elysium. Politico reported that NASA's acting administrator, Sean Duffy, is set to announce expedited plans to put a nuclear reactor on the lunar surface, citing documents that it obtained. Politico said the space agency is seeking industry proposals. Oh, I bet. For a 100 kilowatt nuclear reactor that will launch by 2030. That's 5 years from now. Oh, you think they playing? Huh? Oh, all you flat earthers. Oh, we gonna see. Oh, we gonna find out if they've been to the moon or not. I always tell you they've been to the moon. They just don't want you to see what they seen actually on the moon. Huh? Y'all forgot I've been said that. And why not nuclear reactors? When they, in case you don't know, they've been doing stuff like this. We're going to get back, but let's go to this. Remember this? I did a live stream on it. It was a few years back. Let me maximize the screen a little more. Let's get into this. While it might sound futuristic, Amazon's involvement in the space industry, particularly through Project Kuiper, I hope I pronounced that right, and Amazon Web Services for aerospace and satellites, suggests a growing interest in supporting various aspects of space operation, including potential payment solutions for activities in orbit. What damn activities in orbit? Huh? What payment solution for activities in orbit? You gonna be drinking Starbucks out there in orbit? Y'all thought they scrapped the program, huh? No, they didn't. Now, Amazon Web Services dealing, right, with space. Their project Kuiper, however you pronounce it. This Amazon initiative aimed to provide global broadband internet using a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites, LEO. SpaceX. Sounds like SpaceX, right? And what would they use for the payment system? Which crypto you think they would use for the payment system? Let's take a wild guess. Let me see how much people pay attention to the live streams when I give it to you. I'm going to give y'all a hint. And I'm going to do it in real time for y'all too. So y'all can't say I'm making it up. Oh gosh, damn, there we go. Almost forgot the damn name. What crypto? Please type it in. What crypto you believe they would use? All right. Notice what I said. We're going to see no gatekeeping. We go to pre-IPO deals. What cryptocurrency company can it be? What cryptocurrency can it be? Let's see. Let's see something. Pre-IPO stocks. Oh, damn. Could it possibly be Ripple? Nah. They don't have no ties or connections with Ripple, do they? Let's scroll down and see. Oh, come on, where you at? All right. So these are notable investors in Ripple. And if we go here, we'll see something that say One Medical. You click on One Medical. Anybody that been watching the live streams, you should know where I'm going with this. Who's One Medical? Why is One Medical invested in what? Help.amazon.com? Wait. No. One Medical. What is One Medical? No way. It can't be part of that. No way. Let's click the link and see. All real time. Amazon, One Medical. So you believe, look how much years Amazon been wanting to do this. They invested in Ripple through One Medical. Yeah. They started One Medical. Y'all are not ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all not ready for this information. Look, article since 2022, April 2022. Amazon and Amazon Web Services to reimagine space station. They're looking to keep you out. Why else they need nuclear weapons on the moon? Number one, also they're trying to weaponize it. Okay? I don't even want to play that video. I want to play this one.
In the first part of next year, we are going to send Artemis 2 out. When the 4 astronauts. They're fantastic.
Listen, people.
For that. It did come from Politico, so that's wonderful. Listen, so this is not a new concept. This has been discussed under Trump 1, under Biden, but we are in a race. We're in a race to the moon, in a race with China to the moon, and to have a base on the moon, we need energy. And some of the key locations on the moon, we're going to get solar power, but this vision technology is critically important. And so we spent hundreds of $millions studying, can we do it? We are now going to move beyond study, and we are going to give direction to go, let's start to deploy our technology to move to actually make this a reality. And I think the stat we have is it's 100 kilowatt output. That's the same amount of energy a 2,000 square foot home uses every 3.5 days. So we're not talking about massive technology. We're not launching this live. That's obviously, if you have any questions about that, no, we're not launching it live. But again, energy is important. And if we're going to be able to sustain life on the moon to then go to Mars, this technology is critically important. And I would just note that we're behind, right? If we're going to engage in the race to the moon and the race to Mars, we have to get our act together. We have to marshal all of our resources, all of our focus on going to the moon, which is what we're going to do. And again, there's a lot of things that NASA does, and a lot of people love a lot of the things that NASA does. But this is about space exploration, and this is about this next phase. A lot of people don't know even what Artemis is. Everyone knew what Apollo was. The whole world knew what Apollo was. We were going to the moon. Artemis is we're going back. So in the first part of next year, we are going to send Artemis 2 out. Met the 4 astronauts. They're fantastic. We're going to go out around the moon and come back. Artemis 3, we are going to go back to the moon. We're going to land. The longest time we spent in the past was 3 days. We're going to stay for 6 days. And then after that, we're able to start shipping our assets to the moon on man. And we'll have those assets there as our astronauts arrive. We're able to build a base. But this is critically important. There's a certain part of the moon that everyone knows is the best. We have ice there. We have sunlight there. We want to get there first and claim that for America.
Yo, your man said there's certain parts of the moon everybody knows is the best. What do they know that we don't know? MOON, bitches. Spell that means moon. Let me like this. All right? We need to take control of the moon. And we're going to bring the best of the best with us. You know, if you got the money, you're the best of the best. And we're going to leave y'all brokies down there. Homeboy said we sitting outside. There's something they know. That's why they have the Space Force. Notice you can't really hear nothing or find out much about Space Force. You notice that? Let me tell y'all something, man. Stop playing around. This is not a game. These people, they do this for real. I need y'all to understand and start taking these things serious. Hold on. That's a package I'm supposed to have coming. Woo-wee. Hold on, people. These the ills of going live. Bear with me. Bear with me. I got to get my package. Not going to tell y'all what I ordered. But I ordered. That's all y'all need to know. How you doing? Hey, what's up? Thank you. Have a good one. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to the live. So, they'll be using XRP up there and Constellation DAG. That's a whole nother one. Because we got to deal with safety and security of the system, right? Go watch the old live streams if that one went over your head. Constellation DAG should be in the title. Where were we? Yes. So, back to what I was saying. So, in the grand scheme of things, they're looking to bring. I was going to show you a video on shrinkflation. They're running out of food. They're running out of everything. And I warned y'all to stock up. Okay? So now we have such a thing as shrinkflation, which we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have to deal with that. But this is where we are. This is at the standpoint. That's why they're looking to, you could call it what you want. It's weaponization of the moon. All right? Because they got information what China is trying to do. Yeah, there's a race to the moon. Matter of fact, let me just play this video. I should play this video. I wasn't going to play it, but I need y'all to fully, by the time y'all leave here, y'all understand the full concept of everything I'm telling you. Let me share my screen. There we go.
We take you now to the moon, where the Trump administration has a new plan to build a nuclear reactor. The space race is back, and this time it's nuclear. The nuclear warhead. But not like that. Acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy is set to announce the agency's fast-tracking plans to build a nuclear reactor on the moon. Documents obtained by Politico reveal NASA will solicit proposals for a 100-kilowatt nuclear reactor that would launch to the lunar surface by 2030. And we're going back to the moon in order to learn to live, to work, to survive. NASA has made returning to the moon and establishing a lasting human presence there a top priority. Power is key to building bases, supporting crews, and staying long-term. And with 14 days of darkness on the moon each month, solar power won't cut it. So the race is on to be the first to bring power to the moon. The directive warning, if other countries manage to build a reactor first, they could declare a keep-out zone, which would significantly inhibit the United States. China and Russia currently have a joint plan to bring a reactor to the moon by 2035. A senior NASA official saying it is about winning the second space race. The UK is already working on its own lunar reactor, partnering with Rolls-Royce to build a miniaturized system that could support humans on the moon.
It's a very small reactor that we can absolutely launch into space. So it's about the size of a car, and it allows us to give continuous energy and electricity. When you've got the sun, you can use solar. If you want to explore the dark side of the moon, going around the inside, actually going to need something else that the nuclear power allows you to do that.
NASA is looking to get industry input on its reactor plan in the coming weeks.
Shop Ranger. Talk shop for your shop. 1 million industrial grade.
Yeah. So you get it now? You get why this is so important? Joel, are you considering going to the moon? What kind of question is that? You damn right! I'm leaving y'all not having XRP, not having XLM, not having Ethereum asses right here. MOON, moon, baby. And while you're at it, let's not forget honorable mention. MAR, my birth planet. Mars, baby. Well, birth planet, you know what I mean. When we're dealing with the astrology and all that other stuff. Mars, birth planet, Earth. But yeah, Mars, MARS, the red planet. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm giving y'all this information. And y'all take it and playing games. Lovely said, no, Joel, don't go. I'm out. Yo, what you laughing at F1 Beats? What's up, nephew? Why you laughing? I'm out. I'm not playing. You're not going to have me like I'm in the ghettos of Elysium. Y'all seen that movie Elysium? You seen how the whole earth was a ghetto? Gosh damn. That shit was looking worse than Canal Street in the early 2000s. I'm not doing that. You crazy. I'm out of here, yo. Yes, with Matt Damon. That's right. I'm gonna be on the space station. I'm gonna have my spot on in the metaverse. I'm gonna have my spot on the space station, my spot on the moon, and my spot on Mars. Matter of fact, let me put this out there for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna put it in the YouTube chat. Y'all don't want to go yet. Let me see. I'm gonna put what is called a poll out. Let's put a poll out, people. Let's see people in here. All right. Let me get this poll started. And y'all can answer the poll. Once I put it up, don't be shy. I want to see how much people. Oh my God. Hold on, people. Gotta let this commercial go by. There we go. Yeah. I want to know how much people is really going or not gonna go. Because y'all bugging. Don't look at me like I'm a hypocrite or I'm a sellout for wanting to be out. Damn, where the hell is this section for me to put up a poll? I can't believe this. Unbelievable. Okay, got it. Would you go to check it out. I'm gonna give y'all some options. Stay with me now. I already told you I ain't sugarcoating it. Would you go to Mars? Moon? Yeah. Doing it all real time, people. Bear with me. We're going to add a next option. Space station. Space station. Or stay your goofy ass on Earth. Or stay your goofy ass on Earth. There we go. There we go. There you go. For my YouTube audience, the poll is up. Which one would y'all rather go to first? Okay? This ought to be interesting. Oh, yeah, this ought to be real interesting. Because y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. All right, hold on. Let me get this next video for you.
The craziest examples of shrinkflation. Bars not filling up the ice cream all the way. Midnight's putting way more space in These are some of the craziest examples of shrinkflation. Ice cream bars not filling up the ice cream all the way. Midnight's putting way more space in between their chocolates. Girl Scout cookies gradually getting smaller over the years. Cadbury chocolate putting now bigger on their packaging, but it's actually the same exact size. Pringles chips are now getting smaller. The packaging makes it look like it's one big loaf, but it's actually two smaller pieces. Oreo reducing the amount of cream they put in their cookies. Nerf darts having a lot of extra space in their packaging that's just empty. Trader Joe's stopped filling up their sandwich cookies all the way. This unopened cheese stick looks like it was cut in half. Packages of gum have started adding a thumb grip in order to not give you an extra piece. Here's another example. Toblerone began adding extra space in between their chocolate mountains. Someone opened up their Lunchables and this was how much cheese was in there. Ramen noodles slightly decreasing the size of their flavor packets. Super glue bottles have an empty shell that takes up nearly half of the amount. Crayola has began selling half-size color pencils instead of the full one. The packaging on the Colgate toothpaste is extremely misleading. The dent size for Gatorade bottles has gotten way bigger. Klondike bars have literally no chocolate on the outer shell. Doritos bags used to be 9.75 ounces, now they're 9.25 ounces. Burger King used to have a deal where you get 10 chicken nuggets for $4.49, but now it's 8 chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's what they doing to you. Shrinkflation. Right? For all y'all that like your Oreos and whatnot, you ain't getting that much Oreos. Y'all been ain't getting that much Oreos in a long freaking time. Hey, I'm just a messenger. Don't get mad at me. I'm just showing y'all and telling y'all like what it is. They playing in y'all face. Okay? Yes, Lisa 888. In the poll, you could only choose one. All right. Hot Shot K says that's for obesity too. They gonna claim. yeah. But they trying to be slick because they all running out of money. Yes, Shala, y'all. Very good. He said, y'all need to watch A Brave New World. It gives insights on all types of Diddy business going on up there. Yo, what you do about Brave New World, man? Listen to what Dr. Stephen Greer says about secret space programs of the world. Yes. But yeah, Brave New World, they were dropping it. They definitely was. They definitely was and did. But this is just the way it is, people. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm going to show you like it is. I'm going to tell you like it is. If you don't like what it is, then that's too bad. Okay? But yeah, they're looking to capture space. Who cares? Botanical says, who cares? It's all shit food. They're doing that with the regular good products as well, too. All right? Real talk. Stay on mama. Stay on Mother Gaia. She has our back. Man, I'm out. Who else is out? Let me see the polls. Let me see what the polls looking like, yo. Because y'all bugging. I ain't staying on here. What? Boy, I'm out. Moon, Mars, space station, whichever one. I know I'm out. I'm not staying on here. Y'all could stay on this rock. Damn, I had something else to show you too. With China and the moon. Let me see if I could pull it up for you. Let me end it with that. Moon race. China. In case you don't know, China and Russia collaborated. Bear with me, people. is going live as always. This is one of the reasons why you see America say, oh, the cat is out the bag. We not lying about the moon no more. Oh, this what we doing? China and Russia are collaborating to build an automated nuclear power station on the moon by 2035. Trump them said, nah, we're looking to do it by 2030. America want to do it by 2030. Keep thinking this is a game. You keep thinking they playing with y'all goofy asses. This is all about control. This is how it all ties in with the different cities and whatnot. China and Russia, they know it. They've been knowing it, especially China. They have to leave this earth. They have to expand. Remember, they all signed that treaty where they can't even go talk about or give access to the North Pole, where there's that big ass rock swirling around in the North Pole area. We forgot about that. That's a whole nother one. But all the countries got together and signed that treaty. This is why the video I showed you, and this is why America want to put nuclear on the moon. This is why they say, oh no, we need, I'm going to play the part back again for you. Hold on. Run it back. Run it back.
We take you now to the moon, where the Trump administration has a new plan to build a, but not like that. Acting now will solicit proposals for and establishing a lasting human presence there a top priority. Power is key to building bases, supporting crews, and staying long term. And with 14 days of darkness on the moon each month, solar power won't cut it. So the race is on to be the first to bring power to the moon. The directive warning, if other countries manage to build a reactor first, they could declare a keep-out zone, which would significantly inhibit the United States. China.
They could declare a keep-out zone. Okay?
States, China and Russia currently have a joint plan to bring a reactor to the moon by 2035. A senior NASA.
This is why there's a panic. You see it right here? So we got to get there first. Come on, man. Yeah. All right. I think I'm done. Don't forget, Jed McKayla, the cryptocurrency entrepreneur, right? Remember him? You know who he is? What was part owner of Ripple? He up invented XRP. Let's continue. Is the founder of Vast Space, a company focused on building commercial space stations with artificial gravity. Vast First Space Station, Haven or Haven 1, or Heaven 1 if you dare, is planned to launch net May 2026 with a crew mission facilitated by SpaceX. Yeah, Elon Musk in on it too. All right. The company is also developing Haven 2, which is designed to be a successor to the International Space Station. Yeah. It's all right here. They have the SpaceX partnership. And remember, Amazon also partnered with SpaceX as well. They partnered up with SpaceX as well. Don't forget that. And don't forget this one. Axiom Space. If you had Crypto Pro Life, you would have known to invest in this. Axiom Space which is the first commercial space station that also Stellar XLM has a hand in, although they say they don't have a hand in, but Jed McKellar does have a hand in it. All right. Axiom Space is an American privately funded space infrastructure developed headquarters in Houston, Texas. Date founded 2016. Don't forget Axiom Space. Y'all done heard me talk about this a few times in live streams. They're going the first privatization. So when I leave some of y'all brokies here on Earth, and I do plan on visiting if I choose, and y'all ask me, hey, where did you go for the weekend? Oh, I just went to the space station. I don't do brokey vacations. Talking about you went to Hawaii and Dubai. That's brokey shit. That is going to become the new brokey shit. Talk about you went on a cruise. That's brokey shit. That's what that's going to become. You know, when you got you're hooked up and you can't go through certain zones or whatever, and this and that, sucks for you. I could go all the way off planet if I want. Hell, I could even put on the goggles and log on into the metaverse. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Oh, let's check up on that poll before I go. Done told y'all better get yourself some XRP, some XLM, some ETH. I don't know what y'all on, but I better get that crypto faucet for that Bitcoin at no cost to you. I already did the live stream, put up the link already. And the code for you to put in. Let's see. Where we at on the poll, people? Where we at on the poll? Everybody voted yet? Everybody voted? Oh, wow. I did not expect those numbers. I did not expect those numbers. That's interesting. Check this out, people. So you don't think I'm lying. Mad people pick the moon. How do you like that? Oh, it's fluctuating now. Oh, I guess because more people still voting. Okay. I'm going to take my vote. I think I want to go on Mars. Oh, damn. I can't even vote because I'm the one that made the poll. All right. I was trying to get as far away from your asses as possible. Mars, baby. See, let me refresh it. Let me refresh it.
Do you have a car?
Pause.
Do you have a clean driving record?
Come on. Show us the polls. Again. Yep. All right. So Mars won. And it's still changing. I don't know why they're not showing the amount of people voting, but it is what it is. It looked like Mars won, people. Mars took the cake on this one. All right. So, Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Make sure y'all contact Crypto Pro Life at gmail.com. Get their latest course and let them know Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. Don't say I ain't tell y'all. Salute to my Rumble audience and my YouTube audience. Peace.